Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, this article is about friends, allies that don't trust one another. In this case, United States obviously does not trust anybody, as anybody shouldn't trust United States or anybody for that matter. So what happened? You remember, I'm guessing, that the United States of America, the Pentagon, delivered HIMARS, missile launchers, air defense, blah, 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 to Ukraine. And supposedly the Americans told their friends, allies, vassal state Ukrainians, hey, we're going to give you these HIMARS, but please do not fire them further than 50 kilometers or so, which is if I want, I can probably cast a rock half of that distance. Just kidding. But anyway, you know what I mean. And supposedly the Ukrainians said, yes, we will not do that. Okay. It's very strange. I tell you why. Because this article comes from today at 5 o'clock, right? No, today at 11:45 a.m. was issued this article, and this is from The Hill, and from today. If you know, and if you don't, you can watch, I made 2 videos on the attacks, the Ukrainian attacks, within 500 kilometers within the territory of Russia. They blew up 2 airfields, nuclear airfields, where the Russians have those Tupolev Bear and Tupolev White Swans strategic bombers. They are there's 2 bases, one 450 kilometers from the border with Ukraine, and the other one is 550 kilometers from the border to Ukraine, which would be about 300 respectively. The other one about 320 miles from the border. Now that's a long-range strike. The Russians said, well, I just made a video on an article saying, well, those were Soviet-era jet-powered rockets, drones, whatever they call them, drones. Now the Americans, I think they cover their ass with this article. That's my, how should I put it, there's no connection. But it's just raises the question on the timing. When the Americans tell us this, and listen to this: U.S. secretly modified HIMARS for Ukraine to prevent Kiev from shooting long-range missiles into Russia. So U.S. secretly, only they know that, modified HIMARS for Ukraine to prevent Kiev from shooting long-range missiles in Ukraine. Why? Why today? Today at 11:45 this article came up, when the Ukrainians in the morning blew up those 2 airfields with some, I think they damaged some bombers over there, some strategic bombers. And the Russians in retaliation started blowing the Ukrainians supposedly again with about 70 some missiles, cruise missiles, Kalibr from Sukhoi 35, from the Black Sea, from Tupolev strategic bombers, from ground to air, whatever missiles, guided and all that. So it seems to be like the Americans are trying to cover their ass, saying, if you guys think it was HIMARS hitting your airfields over there 550 kilometers inside your territory, no, because we secretly, that means nobody can confirm or deny but us, we modified it so they can't hit that far. Interesting. So let's see how these weasels are justifying that, or how they let us know. That's how the FBI or CIA comes in front of a, I don't know, judicial committee and the Senate in the US and said, we have the information that that country and that person, they're associated and work together to do this bad deed in the United States. And then if they're asked, okay, Gigi, what's your evidence? Classified, secret, top secret, we can't share it with you. You have to believe us. Are you kidding me? You just invaded, we just invaded about what, 20 years ago, Iraq, and wrecked other countries with your information, and now you tell us, believe us? So the same here. We did it secretly. Nobody knew. Just we knew. And now we tell you. You want the paper? Hey, Gigi, give me those. Make sure, okay. You got them done? Oh, they're still printing right now? Okay, that's how it works. Unbelievable. And then we're like fish, in a pond. Okay, give me the lure. I'm gonna hop. The Pentagon secretly modified advanced rocket systems it sent to Ukraine to make the weapons unable to fire into Russia and escalate the war. It was not us. Jesus. Since June, the US has supplied Kiev with 20 of the high mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, but the weapons are uniquely modified so they can't fire long-range missiles, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing US officials. Gigi came and said, hey, this is what we did secretly, only we know that. And now you're part of the, how is that circle of trust. Remember that stupid movie with De Niro that I don't like? And the Barbara Streisand, and then the other guy, the other Jew was in the second one, the circle of trust, when what's his name, De Niro was that former FBI or CIA agent, and he doesn't like his son-in-law, who's another Jew. I think he's, what's his name, another actor Jew. It's a Jewish enterprise, I'm telling you. It's the guy who played in the Rain Man with Tom Cruise. Can't remember that guy's name. Jesus Christ, and I knew his name. And then, so there's 3 Jews in the whole movie, and then this guy, and I think it's Owens as well. What's his name? Man, I have like blockage here in the head. So let's see. Yeah, here it is. Meet the Fockers. You know that movie, the comedy. So we have there Robert De Niro, the only goyim in all this, and then we have Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, Barbara Streisand, all these people. What they were, and he was what's his name? Man. De Niro, the circle of trust. Hey, fucker, you're out. You're not in the circle of trust anymore. If you want to be. No, the same here. So it seems like the circle, we are now in the circle of trust of Gigi, who tells us that they secretly modified it so the Ukrainians can do it. Man, the HIMARS are wheeled vehicles equipped with rocket systems, which are attached to the back. Along with the HIMARS, the US has supplied guided multiple launch rocket systems, GMLRS, with a range of 50 miles, which have been used to strike Russian ammunition depots and command centers within Ukraine. When President Biden announced the Defense Department which was shipping the HIMARS and ammunition to Ukraine at the end of May, he said they would only be used for defense, and the administration was not going to send to Ukraine rocket systems that strike into Russia. What I mean in defense? I know they used it for offense, but anyway, to hit within Russia, not within Russia, the occupied territory, so that's defense, Anyway, Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky also promised, cross my heart, oh, hope you die, at the time, not to use the missile systems to strike targets inside Russia. The US has also resisted sending Army tactical missile systems at ATMS rockets, a surface-to-surface missile that can hit targets up to 186 miles away. They're going to send it in the new package. You'll see that. They already said they will do. So, what do you think? Is that a little coincidence? Well, anyway, it says Maria Zakharova, a spokeswoman for Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said in a September briefing the US would, quote-unquote, cross the red line and become a party to the conflict if it sent longer-range missiles to Kiev. What are they going to do, Russia? Nothing. So, live with it. So, it's kind of very, very timed, this information that we receive now at 11:30 something for something that happened a few hours ago, before 11, and this guy shot, 550 kilometers, as I said, 300 some miles within the Russian territory. I don't think so. I mean, not, I don't think so. I have questions, and I'm very skeptical that this is a coincidence. Right in the same day, 3 hours apart. Let me take my violin and play you some, whatever you want me to play. All right? Or maybe you want some Chopin and play some piano, whatever you want. So this is it. Whatever it was, the fact is that those airfields were blown up, hit with long guided missiles or UAVs that were guided through the satellite. And supposedly those Soviet-era missiles that the Ukrainians supposedly used, they could not have been used unless they were used with satellite communication system and guiding, how do you call it, programs and so on. So you figured it out. I will let you know. I will let you know. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.